great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Goes for a shot! Goal! Runs! The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Liverpool are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
And he's only too happy to take that back.
Lewandowski picks it up out wide.
De Bruyne.
Sommer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Just eases him off the ball.
And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Stoichkov. Out to the left it goes.
Knocks it into space.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
And we have our very first corner.
Danielson!
And that has been cleared. Liverpool have the chance to go the other way.
Roberto Carlos.
And they're back on the ball again. That's a cute ball. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And the pass is intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, well played, well sorted out. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Royce. Tries to pass it through. Upamecano kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Roberto Carlos.
Lens clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Threads one in, and it's been played through. It's Lewandowski!
Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Out for a throw.
It's a promising position. Pass somewhat off target. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Pedri. Saliba. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Xavi Alonso. Rodri. Now it's Mbappe. That is good alertness. 15 minutes till half-time. Oh, that's well spotted. Searching pass he's played there.
Roberto Carlos.
Danielson. Short changes him with that pass. De Jong. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Now he's got space here. Upamecano promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Mbappe. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Rodri. De Jong.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Pedri is the guilty party there. And he's going to have his name taken. Marquinhos. Now it's Stoichkov. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Danielson plays it through. That looks a cracking ball. They want to be quick to recover this. Danielson showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Xavi Alonso. And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Mesdames et messieurs, votre attention s'il vous plaît. Un petit garçon nommé Jonathan et qui porte une casquette bleue attend ses parents au secrétariat du club.
Here we go again then.
Casquette bleue.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Liverpool different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Now it's Mbappe in with the challenge. And this is Lewandowski. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Not got that quite right. Marquinhos is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Pedri. And it's Rodri. It's Roberto Carlos. Saliba. That has been slung wide. Danielson looking to run onto it. The message is clear, none shall pass. He's found a way through.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And the shots! Goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Lens are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Probing pass. Nice control. And it's De Bruyne. Real chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
De Bruyne clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And he cuts out the supply. Looking for the run. Well, nicely intercepted. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Attention, changement.
That has not gone well. It's run loose here. That's an imaginative pass. Chips it through. Mbappe. Pedri. He's had it taken off him. Liverpool have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Changement pour Lens. Le numéro 26.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Le numéro 11. Le numéro 14.
Rodri really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Le numéro 8. Changement.
Right card. That's good vision. That's the keeper's ball. Now it's Martinez. Nicely weighted ball. Saliba over to the left.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department. Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
It's come to nothing. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Kane. Martinez. Toure gets over and intercepts. Now that's well seen too. Marquinhos. Oh, that's a key interception. Martinez.
3 minutes.
And it's Çalhanoğlu.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Chooses to go back. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Liverpool perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
There's the whistle.
This guy, Lorenzo Insigne, is a very fine player, Peter.
Certainly had his fair share of plaudits lately.
And he's deserved them all. He's so prolific on that left wing. And while he does have the vision and intelligence to play in other attacking positions, it's out wide where he feels most...
Mbappe!
He would have been quick to recover this. That's very disappointing, it has to be said.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. Knocks it into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Probing pass. Beckenbauer cuts it out.
Looking for options for movement.
Oh, he's been caught napping. It is a corner. Liverpool with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually.
They've played it short. And the shot! And now they can spring out of defence. He's going for goal!
And that's off target.
Marquinhos clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Nicely weighted ball.
And he's onside. Foot in. Valverde did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Beckenbauer demonstrating his defensive quality there. Rijkaard does well to get it back. Rijkaard powering forward here.
He's tried one!
Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Great vision. Cute ball now. How can he reach it?
And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Courtois trying to keep this in. Beckham stood up well to him there. Yeah, that looks a decent ball. That ball looks a good one.
Your impressions so far, Jim?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
And he's been shifted off it. And this is Lewandowski. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Royce is flagged offside. Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, what a mistake!
Pretty robust defending.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Tries to play it through.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. That's really well manoeuvred. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Played into space. Well, that's been cut out, well played. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Looking for the run. Lewandowski was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That's a cute ball. Van der Sar breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Toure takes control of it and he's on the move. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Lewandowski. Great ball if he can get there. It's Lewandowski! It's loose now and they want to get it back. We are into overtime. Driving on and making good progress.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That has ended up in no man's land. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substitution in progress.
And we're off again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And here's Royce.
Best, not the most accurate pass.
De Bruyne. De Bruyne!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
De Bruyne. Iniesta. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Rodri. And he's there to make the challenge. He is through here. And the counter is on.
Best.
Big chance. Goes for a shot.
Well, now it's a race for the ball.
He's had a shot.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Some really good ball movement. Iniesta looking to be a menace in the final third. No, that's been intercepted. Well-timed, excellent interception. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Royce does really well to win the ball there. Ambitious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Nicely shaped ball.
And he's intervened well there.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Yaya Toure produces the perfect tackle there. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Task somewhat off target. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, there's a probing ball. And he's... And Batistuta! He's got a goal! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. He has found the way through.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, that's a key interception. It's a searching pass. Threads one in. Iniesta. Nice looking ball. Pinches it off him. That's a decent clearance. He's being urged to shoot. Lewandowski! Should have equalised.
He really didn't cover himself in any glory. His finishing let him down when he needed it most. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
This is a decent chance! So, third corner of the game. it's been taken short. Nicely aimed pass.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Aimed beyond the defence. It's come to nothing.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's made its way to him. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, that's well spotted. Tries to pass it through. Can he get it through? And he welcomes it in. And the finish! And the keeper couldn't hold it. De Bruyne! Is there nothing he cannot do? That is a gem! An absolute gem! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keepers. And that's it. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the
Hello, everybody,
camaraderie.
and welcome
The
to
fans have
today's
pulled out
match.
all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. And this is Lewandowski. He's picked his way. It's Lewandowski! That was superb goalkeeping.
Lewandowski is offering a wry smile there.
That has been cut short. Nice looking ball. Akanji kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. De Jong. De Jong. Oh, this is a very good run. That's a shade optimistic. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And this is Messi. That's a lovely, neat pass. Ambitious ball here. Kante with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Kante is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Throw in. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Not the most accurate pass. It's a searching pass. Quarter of an hour played. That's been slipped through. Marquinhos is very much of the none-shall pass school of defending. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That's a cute ball. Well read, nice interception. Looking for options for movement. Looking to play him in. Well-timed, excellent interception. And this is Messi. Neither side yet able to find the net. Now it's Messi. Foot in.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Royce is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Oh, well measured. And the shot's on here. Mbappe! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Messi with the short one.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
Oh, you make it sound so simple. It's Lewandowski! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Lewandowski really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Knocks it into space. Koundé gets over and intercepts. De Jong. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Son Heung-min. Tries to play it through. And he was quick to react. Nicely shaped ball. Caicedo. And it's Son Heung-min. And this is Messi. Just eases him off the ball. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Chelsea disappointing in the end there. Lewandowski! Oh, just fizzes past the post.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
That's an imaginative pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Oh, no joy this time. Rijkaard gets it clear. Played in by Son Heung-min. Now it's Lewandowski. De Jong. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Messi. Well, that has not gone well. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Pinches it off him. And it's lofted through here.
Added time.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. There's a quick free kick. It's Lewandowski! That is terrific from Lewandowski! He's got himself an absolute peach. And right on half-time, that is telling. You just know there is no stopping that. And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Liverpool, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And the action is back on the way.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Messi! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Messi. That is ended up in no man's land. Pass somewhat off target. And this is Lewandowski. He's got away. Akanji gets across to intercept that.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
It's a pretty loose pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's a sharp little ball here. Now the cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now he's got space here. Pass somewhat off target. And they win it back again. Conte is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Jimenez does really well to win the ball there. Koundé. De Bruyne. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure.
Oh, what has happened here? Diogo Dalot could try cutting inside here. Shapes to shoot! It's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
A corner it is then.
Substitution on the field. Number 19.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Probing pass. Son Heung-min.
Liverpool do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, usually you're going to get punished.
It's Son Heung-min.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. That could spell trouble. De Jong, looking for a runner. And he plays one through. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. In with the challenge. Diogo Dalot is the guilty party there.
Substitution on the field. Number 15.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Conte.
Liverpool will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change.
Rodri does well to get it back.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And now the breakaway. He's through here.
And no, that was never going to make it. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, that looks a decent ball.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Diogo Dalot has it out wide and in space.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Lewandowski.
There will be
Board
3
shows there will be
minutes added
3
time.
extra minutes. Great vision.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution on the field. Number 18. Robert Lewandowski.
Ah, good steal.
Coming
He
on the
just
field
read it.
is number 21. Mbappe.
Conte, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he's worked it through. Can he stop it going out? He's on it, can he get away? Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick.
Yeah, it's an invitation to go for goal that you just can't resist.
And here's Iniesta. And the referee brings it to a close.
So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities, and neither...
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, the Spanish really have been churning out some genuine quality at left back, and this guy, Alex Grimaldo, is another one of them. I think the modern game has allowed him to do what fullbacks are doing generally. They're thriving in terms of getting forward, getting into deep opposition space, and he's one that can't resist any opportunity to make those penetrating runs.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Lewandowski! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Tomori promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Watkins. He can run onto that. He's beaten the last man. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Koundé gets it away. Good ball, good take. Can he finish? Same again, same outcome.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Lion City Sailors with the corner. They're first. Olise with the short one. Takes a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Chance for a shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here. So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. Turns and goes back. He's having a shot! Goal!
The goal scorer after
Liverpool
15
finding
minutes
themselves
is
unexpectedly
number
behind.
33, Alejandro
Looking for the
Grimaldi.
run. Now it's Olise. And it's Danilo. Alex Grimaldo. It's a mighty effort! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Watkins is offering a right smile there.
Lion City Sailors get their fourth corner. Olise plays it short. Big chance! And he gets rid in a hurry.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's got away. Oh, the keeper's done wonderfully well there.
He stood his ground brilliantly until he actually needed to act, and everything he did there was spot on.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Looking for options for movement. Shoots! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
De Bruyne moves short. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's looking wide. He's shifting through the gears here. And the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this? Iniesta with the clearance. Danilo. Watkins is onto this. Toure did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Back into the middle, and he's gone backward here. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Searching pass he's played there. Pass somewhat off target. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Lion City Sailors applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Now it's Lewandowski. Tries to play it through. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. Oh, the ball's come loose here. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. That's a sharp pass. Bale. That wasn't the greatest of balls. Marquinhos. Done delicately.
Defending was strong and firm.
Grimaldo looking understandably energised after his goal. Some really good ball movement. Watkins. And the shot! Brilliant from Rafinha! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And there's the goal they've been looking for. So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Substitution on the field. Number 4.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Number 9. De
Lion City
Bruyne.
Sailors are
Number
sitting
22,
pretty, 2-0 up.
Fiesta.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but
Number 5.
I'd say go and grab a
Van
third.
Dijk.
Yes, ended up in no man's land. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Kukçu. That's an imaginative pass. Gehi gets across to intercept that. Nemecha. Passing is crisp and sharp. Liverpool can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Olise. Now it's Olise. He's picked his way through. Zanetti goes sliding in. Zanetti. Vardiol. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Picked out brilliantly. Now it's Bale. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Some resolute defending there. And it's Bale. Mbappe.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Watkins. Great ball if he can get there. Tomori cuts it out. And smartly reclaimed. It's a pretty loose pass. Vardiol is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And this is Lewandowski. Liverpool are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Nemecha. Koundé makes the interception. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Nemecha. Mbappe thinks one through, and he's there to clear it. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Rijkaard takes control of it and he's on the move. Tomori, that has not gone well. Oh, no joy this time. Nemecha. Bale. Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Tries to pass it through. Mbappe. Grimaldo gets it away. Olise. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's away! Olise. An uncompromising challenge. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, what a ball! Now, he's got space here. Well read, nice interception. Mbappe. Tomori gets over and intercepts. Now it's Watkins. Lion City Sailors finding their passes.
Olise really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very close.
It's Lewandowski! Oh, what has happened here? Shapes to shoot!
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Olise. Yaya Toure gets a foot in and wins the ball. Oh, he's bustling through here. Bale. There's the shot! Yes! And the lead is extended still further.
Goal!
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 18.
A case now of complete control.
Number 19. Royce.
Zanetti.
Coming on the field. Number
Not
6.
too much more here than seeing out time, and time
Number
is
20,
very nearly seen
Messi.
out.
Substitutions
slipped
taking
through.
place. There will be 1 minute added.
And there goes the final whistle. Liverpool have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The
everybody,
game yet
and
to kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
And he's chosen to go back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Sends it crossfield. That is ended up in no man's land. Now he's off and running. And they're quick to get it back. Endrick. Camavinga. Caicedo. Royce. Koundé. And it's Royce. Nice looking ball. That is a great pick out. The ball has bounced loose now. That's a good ball out wide. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Strong running down that left flank. Lewandowski. Messi. Rijkaard cuts it out. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Tries to pass it through. No, that's been intercepted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Rijkaard has got himself a free kick.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
That has not gone well. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Nigeria are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems for that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Decent progress down the left. Good ball over the top. That has been cut short. Mbappe is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Camavinga. Now it's Foden. And this is Messi. Shot a goal! And it's a goal! And Nigeria are ahead! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Nigeria have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Pass is just off target. Well, there's the clearance. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And that has been clubbed away. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. It's a really well-measured ball. Spread it left. Foden. Messi. That's a cute ball. Oh, delightful ball. And they win it back again. Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. Toure goes steaming forward. Kupchu looking for a runner. Played out to the left flank.
Lewandowski really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Plays the return pass. Chu producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Guardiola gets over and intercepts. Van Dijk makes the interception. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Mbappe looking to play him in. And he was alert to it. He's going for goal!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He shifted it to the flank. And there's the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Guardiola is there, and he can pick it up. Well read, nice interception. It's a searching pass. Mbappe might just make this. Messi charging forward, the ball at his feet. Chance!
Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong. Oh, the weight on the ball was just perfect then. If only they could have come up with a finish to match.
Played out to the right. Messi, who does have an assist to his name. He's found a way through. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, that's well spotted. That's going right the way across. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's a sharp little ball here. Liverpool still this single goal behind. Liverpool with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Chu with the short one. He's had a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can clear their lines. Nigeria have the chance to go the other way. Looking for options for movement. "60 minutes played. That's headed upfield. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That has been slung wide. Alexander-Arnold plays it long. Ambitious ball here. And he's being shifted off it. Done delicately.
Substitution for Nigeria. Number 10, Hendrick. Coming on the field is number 11, Bayern.
And they've switched it over to the other side. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And no, that was never going to make it. And it's Camavinga. Mbappe is onto this. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Messi. Caicedo. Oh, that's a key interception. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes...
Lewandowski! Oh, it's gone in! There seemed no way back, but they are level. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Number 15,
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal...
Oh, what has happened? It's Rashford! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And he hits the net. And they've got their lead back. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
And he's gone looking for safety.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, a delicate chip through. And he thumps it clear. Messi. Well, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Games hinge on moments like this. Brilliant save from Donnarumma.
Substitution.
Ah, good steal. He just read it. The final 5 minutes. Played into space.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Toure promptly onto that, and that is that. Vardiol. Nicely shaped ball.
There will be
No luck
5
with
minutes
that
added
dink over the
time.
top. Caicedo pokes it out wide. And it's Bojan. Searching pass he's played there. Hazard goes sliding in. De Jong.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Hazard. Turns back here, probably the best option. Camavinga. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And we're done. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.